minutes late, traditional Mark fashion.
That's
And next thing you know, he's going to walk out and be gone.
the Irish leave, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Like an
Irish goodbye.
That's it.
Yeah. Hasta la vista, beer in the sky. See you guys later. Got a nice root beer today. What are you sipping on for tonight's show?
I don't have anything yet. Can you give me something, buddy? Please?
Brody, come on, man.
And we're behind and everything. Yeah,
You're
your
late
link.
today.
The link was the old one. It kept on coming up, so I don't know what was going on.
All right, maybe that was on me. Maybe that was on me.
No. IT Mark at your service. That's Nader. IT Mark.
So we got a week off. We're back in action here. We got a
Brody's
jam-packed
back.
schedule.
See that?
Brody's
Nader knows.
What's going on, Nate the Great?
Oh, you got a new
How are
sponsor
you guys?
You
We
got
got
a
a new
sponsor?
sponsor.
this week?
We got a new sponsor this week, so we'll get right into it.
Yep.
Power HD. Mark, Brace's cars, what kind of servos you got in there?
Power HD, baby.
Same with me. Ask Mark Reinhardt, me Kalinowski, Kevin Ebert, Power HD. So if you guys are ever in the market for a new servo, I highly recommend Power HD servos. Extremely inexpensive compared to Chantel. How are you? Extremely inexpensive compared to the Sandwalk, compared to the Utaba and other brands. Not to trash them, but it's a great servo, great price, amazing performance, great speed. The GTS-2 is where we recommend, and the S15 is also a good one too. And I think we might be giving one of these away.
Nice.
So stay tuned to the
Very
Facebook.
cool.
We'll throw something up on how you guys can win one of these bad boys. But huge thank you to Power HD for coming on and supporting the show, sending us a couple of servos to give
That's
away.
awesome, bro.
So
First sponsorship.
first official sponsorship.
Sweet.
There we go.
Very
So
cool.
huge thank you to Power HD and to the boys over there. Highly recommend. If you're local to us, you can get them at Digital RC, but all the main hobby shops have them. Very popular and growing quickly.
Good evening, Mr. Robbins. Nate the Great.
Boys are here. We were 5 minutes late.
Uh-huh.
So,
IT Mark is working his heart out over here.
oh yeah, with his brand new phone.
You got to see this puppy, buddy.
Caleb says, I hope I win. I hope I win too. I need a new servo. All right, let's not hold our guest. We got a special guest tonight. Our guest is racer, entrepreneur, and the driving force behind Donaldson RC. From competing at major events to creating products used by racers all across the globe, Zach has a significant impact on the RC community. Tonight, we'll dive into his racing career, the story behind DRC, lessons learned along the way, and his thoughts on the future of RC racing. Everyone, if you can please help me welcome Zach.
You the same one?
Good evening, Zach. How are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
We're locked and loaded. We had a little break last week. We did some wrenching, if you saw our Facebook, but no wrenching was done. And we're back for another episode. We're excited for this one here.
That's normally what happens when I go on Facebook Live when I wrench. There's a lot of showing how I would do things and then somehow messing up the thing I've done 1,000 times and then having to show how I should have done it. Normally with like mounting a body or something. Complicated.
Yeah. If Mark ever gives you some advice for showtime, don't follow that method because it's usually the complete opposite. You know, whenever he touches Bryce's car, the next pack, an axle's coming out, a bearing's out, you know, top deck screws aren't in.
All he did was put the body on and somehow it's falling apart.
And sometimes the body is still like late model vibe when he puts it on. We've seen that too. But Mark is good on the sidelines. Whenever you watch Mark, he has the shoulders crossed, the hat's down. So he's really good. If you want him to watch your car, that's the guy to call.
You're on a roll today, Max. Thanks, buddy.
I had a week off.
Also a really good driver. You gotta love that minty green.
Who's a good driver?
All right.
It's not about me.
You're fine, Max. You do okay.
This ain't 1982. This ain't 1982.
They all still
You
count,
only
buddy.
put like
They all
2
still
laps on me. It's fine.
No.
I got me Michael Jordan. MJ of the RC world, baby.
Do you have a betting problem? Do we need to contact help?
You asked anybody around Max who's the best. We go through this every week, buddy. There was nobody better.
Just 1275 in the house.
That's
in his
the
car
reason,
watching from on track.
the reason I quit, baby. There's nobody left to beat. I told you that. How many times we got to go over this?
Well, you are Nate's favorite
Yeah.
driver.
See, ask Nate the Great. How come Zach's got such a cool background? We don't have any of that. Look at
Before
that.
the show, we were talking about that.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks. Well, this you can't buy this. This is special, but you
Okay.
could buy the backdrop here.
Zach, everything's for sale, my friend.
Not this one. This is one of two.
Where's
So if I said to you, if I send you a fresh kit, brand new kit,
No,
no,
all right, what
my
about
dad's not making another one of these.
all right, well, 10 kits, and he might maybe make another one of those.
I think I could work for 10 kits, but
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but that's unreasonable. So it's yeah, it's a nice backdrop. It's just
That's cool.
it's just a brick wall, and then my wife has all this photography stuff, so I get to play around with it while she's not using it.
But you also have your own show too, as well, Zach, right? Like that's why you have this nice background.
No, that's not why I bought the background, but yes, I am co-host on the No Name or no.
My
My bad. Sorry, Joe. Ran out of talent. The other RC podcast.
Okay.
I don't know why that one. It turns out I am human. I do make mistakes, so my bad. But shout out to No Name RC podcast, and shout out to Ran Out of Talent. You guys seem to be coming up quick with your first sponsor. That's really great.
Jimmy should be on that podcast.
Jimmy should be. Jimmy.
Ran Out of Talent.
Everybody knows Hoopin' in.
Oh my god. I don't know if Keenan knows him, but he would be a great interview. He's a character.
Change the name to Never Had Talent, and then he'd be perfect.
Oh
He's gonna come
my.
firing. He's gonna come firing hard pretty soon. I know.
He's working on his deck that he's been working on for 3 years. So
The Trump Towers.
But Zach mentioned to me before, we were just chit chatting there, and I want to say congrats, Zach. I know you recently got married. You were just on your nice long honeymoon, so congratulations with that.
Oh, thanks. That wasn't a honeymoon, but it was a family vacation.
I must have read it wrong. But Zach said to me, he was like, "Hey, I was close to the track. I was looking at coming by the track." So I said, "Like, where were you? Like, St. Catharines, close to Rose City Speedway."
Yeah.
He said, "No, I was in Thunder Bay."
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, look. Now let me tell you what we did before that, because it's all relative. Okay, so we went and drove from Louisville, Kentucky, up to like the border of Indiana and Michigan, and then we drove to Vancouver, BC, and then we drove through Canada to Thunder Bay. So we were kind of close.
Only 16 hours away. That's it.
It was only 13. That's one day's drive. What's another, 700 miles or whatever.
Well, they already went all the way to Vancouver and back. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But I saw your pictures. It looked like a beautiful drive. But after that many, I get antsy driving to Cleveland to 3 hours. I could not imagine 12 days or whatever it was in a car.
Well, it was actually 10 days because we took a cruise in the middle.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's why we went to BC. Vancouver. Also, worst drivers I haven't been driving much in Mexico, but I'm going to say worst drivers in the country, in the continent, in Vancouver, BC.
You can't say why, Max. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I won't say it, but all I'm saying is I was at the airport and a guy wanted to be in the left lane that was in the right lane. I was in the middle lane.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the right lane from the left lane. They merged in front of me.
Sure.
We're all at speed.
Yeah.
There's no turn signals.
No, you don't need
This
that.
is pure madness.
You're going for the middle lane. It's racing.
No, not in the middle. They just went like this in front of me, and I don't know how they didn't hit each other.
You were in the way.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of the way.
Look. Sometimes you're just in the way. I'm circulating like I do on the track.
Okay. Yeah. You were facing the wrong way like you did at Canadian Nats.
Somebody had to hit that outside wall.
Yeah. I go down the straightaway. Zach's facing the wrong way. I thought I was doing the wrong thing,
Well,
No.
sometimes you are, but this time you weren't.
I've done it many times. Don't worry.
Yeah, it was a good time at the Canadian Nats. It's a really difficult track.
Was this your first year attending that race?
Yeah. So then the marbles on the outside are like marbles and asphalt, and that's atypical on carpet. So
Yeah, brand new carpet and fresh layout, obviously, and no subfloor makes good racing conditions in our opinion, but definitely tricky.
My favorite were the bumps.
Well, I mean, if we didn't race on bumps, imagine NASCAR with no bumps. Formula One got a little bump action.
Look, I would like to see a NASCAR go over a bump 10 times the size of what we went over. I'm just saying, let's see this speed bump.
And that's what makes us RC racers way better athletes than these NASCAR and dirt, oval, and all these stuff. F1. That's what makes us special, because we can handle that stuff.
I'm glad you brought it up, because I was going to, but I felt maybe a little pompous doing so. So I refrained.
Well, have you seen the average RC racer? 275.
I look at myself in the mirror all the time.
Yeah, but you're on the athletic build side of the RC racers.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
If we got the scale out, average is you're 100 pounds less than the average.
You're under 2 bills.
Yeah. Well, not for lack of trying. It just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, we can't see the bottom of your belly when you walk around, so that's a good sign.
That's true. That's a good time, guys. Thanks for having me on, by the way.
No problem.
I'm just thinking of everybody when you had the hobby shop going, how many people told you want a size medium shirt? Max, just to see Max's look medium. When the last time you were a medium, bro?
It was a medium per arm, they think. It was different size in Canada, different way it works out. 2 mediums.
Is that like the Canadian dollar to the American dollar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still a large. Max is handing him a 3X. This will fit you. It's a 3X. It'll fit you. Don't worry. You're not a large no more. No matter what your wife tells you or whatever, man. You ain't a large no more, bro. Long gone.
But you're also saying, but you don't do much carpet racing. Your closest track is, you were surprised how close Rosizia is to us, and then you were like, my track's 3 hours away or whatever it was.
Yeah, my local asphalt track is 2.5 hours away.
Wow.
And the Hoosier, which is about 45 minutes for me, just opened a carpet on-road track, but they're not doing any mod to start. They're just doing super stock, 21.5.
All right, to start.
So when Max sends me those 10 new kits, one of those 10 new kits is going to be one of those new 27s is going to be going to go to a mod car, and the 25 will go there just to get some track time when I'm putzing around.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, Zach. What's the name of this place?
Hoosier RC Hobbyplex.
Okay.
It's imagine where Kentucky and Indiana meet. It's right
there.
About 45 minutes from my house. Off-road's a little bit different, but one of the best off-road facilities, clay-wise, in the country. Super nice hobby shop, bigger than full court or center court, excuse me, at the Nats. But yeah, so you can see kind of the carpet track there. Yep. It is 60 by 65.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit of a weird dimension. It's European in nature, but they just got this down. Nice subfloor. They just have click track right now with some flappers. I'm gonna reach out to Jimmy actually and see if we can get going on some of those nice curbs that you guys had at the Nats.
Yeah, they were awesome.
We talked a little bit about those before I left, because those were really dialed. The 12 skills didn't have any problems with it. The the touring cars weren't like a huge thing that they gripped up a lot, and they didn't roll you off necessarily if you turned on them. They did some funny stuff with your car, but it was just like you lost some time.
Yeah.
Versus like some of the other ones, you can like traction roll off of them.
Yeah.
So they were really cool. So I'm gonna talk to Eddie and Angie about that and see what they want to do with that. But yeah, so I'm excited to go race there. They just opened Saturday, like 3 days ago.
Now, Kentucky, isn't that where Max Cooney moved to?
I don't know. No, I think Max is in Ohio. Ohio has a lot of tracks.
No, he moved down that way somewhere.
Is he in? Well, let's find out.
Yeah. And who's the other one too? Who else is from Kentucky? Who's the Awesomatics guy from Kentucky? Cider?
No, he's in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Unless he just moved.
So
too.
that's where Max is. Then it must be Kansas City. I'm getting confused.
Okay.
I think they're both there.
Yeah, Bill's. I don't know if Bill's in Kansas City, but he's really close to Kansas City.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't see anything on Max's Facebook page, but it's all investigative journalism I can do right now.
That's got to be exciting to have a track now close to you to rip some carpet.
Yeah, so the guys are interested in mod. I've got a couple of them racing mod at different tracks, but with the track being more square than long, they wanted, and kind of working with like the locals for what classes would be available. They want to start with 21.5 as the fastest class, with 12 scale as well, of course, and go from there.
That's awesome. And do you go to that asphalt track near you much?
I used to. I have a perfectly good wheeler, about 10 feet that way. That's where it's going to stay until somebody decides they want to buy it. I'm just not an off-road racer. I tried again. I started out off-road. I just it's not fun for me. Like, I'm out there, I'm circulating more than I am in touring car. I'm just not, I don't whip like the kids. I just go. I try.
No, you're a real racer. You're an on-road racer. You don't like that dirt junk.
Actually, the clay's not that bad. It's the jump. So the flat parts are great, and then the jumps come, and I lose a bunch of time on them. And I can backside them, I can hit them all right, and I don't know. I'm doing it wrong.
Hey, Max, you got a question for him already.
Yeah, just Will. We got Will Sheffield in the house. What's going on, Sheffield? Are you going to Summer Sizzler on August 2nd at Queen City?
Oh, it's at let's look at the calendar. I do have a note in my calendar that for that race, so tentatively yes.
There you go, Sheffield.
I'm busy every other weekend or every weekend until January, and maybe we're past that now. So maybe is the best I can do at the moment. Business is doing all the work, and I'm it's kind of why I'm half-assing racing.
Yeah, but I mean, business is pretty important. So 2 reasons: 1, you can race, and 2, provides you maybe some food on the table at nighttime, which is a pretty good thing too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really fortunate. I get to go to the track like once a month, more or less, and I get to meet all these cool people like you guys. I got to meet. I think I might have met you at Champs before, Mark, and I definitely met Max before that. But you guys kind of welcomed me to the Canadian Nats, and I had a great time, and it was at a really cool mall. And I got to meet a lot of really cool people on top of that, like Corey, right?
The Baz,
yeah.
And that was really cool. And I met a lot of other really nice people there, just in Canada at that one race. So, I'm going to do this is really cool. And just hanging out with you guys is really cool. Like, I would do this off camera. Like, we don't,
Wait till you meet the real Mark.
Oh, here we go.
So we should see you next year then at the Nats. Dates are already posted. Put it in your calendar. I don't want to hear no
What are the dates? No. It's what are the dates?
Mark, what are the dates?
The 9th,
April
9th?
9th?
second weekend.
I'll consider it.
So the weekend after Easter.
That's the best I can do for you.
He had a long drive, man. When he told me and what happened at our great border.
Oh,
Was it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'll be adjusting if I go again. I'll be adjusting my.
Fly in and we'll pick you up in Buffalo.
I might.
We'll come
Can
get
you
you.
share the story
It's
of what
9.
happened at the border?
What?
Can you share the story of what happened at the border?
Oh, yeah. So it's a 9-hour drive for me. But yeah, so I brought 2 totes, or excuse me, 1 tote and a box. So the totes are like, I just have my child's toy bins here. So they're like, like 4 of these bins,
Okay.
worth of product in a box about this big that I bring in for the business. And, I go through, this is my first time going to the Canadian border. And so I tell them I'm there and they go, an RC race? And I go, yeah, let's, race RC cars and doing that. And, I've got a little bit of product I'm going to put in the shop on consignment. They go, oh, really? Do you have a reservation for this? I was like, yeah, sure. Let me pull that up. So I pull up my entry for the race and they go, that's weird. And he's just like asking me a bunch of questions and I'm showing him the Facebook page and I show him the live we did and I'm showing him my Airbnb reservation and this whole thing the first time I go through the border, 1 of 3. It's a good time. So he goes, okay, go to spot 15. So these nice officers search my car up and down. And they go, okay, so we're gonna have to call for a escort to get you back into the commercial line because you have too much product to bring in for yourself. They go, okay, how much is that gonna cost? And they go, it depends who's working, which is not how it works. That's not how things work. It's just not. So I wait about 15 minutes. This lady comes to pick me up. I go back through the line. She tells me to go in the left lane, or excuse me, the far right lane. The far right lane for cars is the I don't remember. Some like Nexus lane.
Nexus, yeah. Yep.
I'm not a Nexus member. I don't know what that is. The guy at the booth was not happy
that you were in that lane.
Yeah.
And he goes, and that lady told you to come here, and he said, and I said the far right lane, and this is the far. I'm sorry, man, that's all I got. I'm just trying to get through to go to this race.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, go to spot 14.
14
These guys come out.
Same guys.
And they go, you were just here, and I said I went to the wrong line. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to go through. And so the lady comes out again. I ask her, and I go, "Hey, am I supposed to go with the semi trucks?" And she says, "Yes."
What?
And I went, "Oh, okay." So I'm in a CRV. It's a real big car. So I go in with the semi trucks, and I follow these 3 semis into this far right lane. Like you got to turn way before the rest of the normal traffic. And there's 6 or 7 lanes of semis wide, 6 or 7 wide of semis, and the bumper to bumper, bumper to trailer. And I'm in there. I'm the only car in there. I wait about 30 minutes in this craziness, and I finally get to the booth, which is set up for semis, and I'm in the CRV. So I go up there, roll the window, and this lady holds her hand out way above my head and goes, "Papers, please." And I go, I don't have any papers. I was trying to get through the residential one. And she looks down at me and I go, I got this piece of paper they handed me. And I'm like, I got to get out of the car to hand it to her. It's so far up. And so she's like, okay, what are you here for? And I do the whole thing again. And then she goes, okay, go to that building right over there and talk to somebody at the desk. Okay. So at this point, I am about to pee myself because it's been 4 more hours than I thought it was going to be at the Canadian border.
Wow.
So I go in, I use the bathroom, thankfully. And I talk to the guy at the counter, and he goes, okay, whatever, this, that, the other thing. He asks for my driver's license. So I give it to him. He goes, do you want to sign up for this border entry tax thing? I don't know. No. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. This is too much. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I go, okay. And he goes, do you have an inventory of the product that you brought? And I was like, it's in the car. And he goes, okay, go get it. And I hand him the inventory sheet. And he goes, okay, wait here. And he comes back about 5 minutes later and he goes, I need the total dollar amount you're bringing in. And I said, would you like Canadian or U.S.? And before I got to U, and he cut me off. He goes, Canadian. Really, like, not happy person. But I'm just trying to give you the information you want. But so I spent about 5 minutes adding all the product I brought in, all 11,600 Canadian dollars worth of it. And he goes, okay, great, go wait in that room. 6 people came in and out of that room and got called before I got called. And then I had to pay it ended up being $1,000 tariff to bring it in. Yeah. About 10%. So, doing pretty good. And all on consignment. And I was like, none of this is sold, but I have to pay a tariff for bringing it. Do I get a credit when I come back out for what's not sold?
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Okay. So my other option was to drive back to New York and do something with it. Now I got some friends in New York, but not in that part of New York, and not at 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, okay, sure, why not? So paid my bill, and then Mark met me about an hour later, and I had 4 packs of practice before that, or before the track closed, and I was thoroughly and mentally exhausted. So that's my first Canadian border experience.
Wow, dude. I would not.
Next time he's gonna have to zip his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
There's 2 ways.
They didn't ask me if I brought product in. They saw I had product in the back, and then they opened the crates in my box, and they're like, so this isn't all for you. And I go, why not? And they go, it's priced.
Oh.
Well, everything has a price tag. How are you supposed to know? And they were like, well, it's just too much product.
Yeah.
So,
It's not working this time.
yeah.
So if anyone can right now, if they can go to drc.com, add some shit to your cart, check out,
And let's buy some product.
buy some
So
product.
if you go
from
to
this guy's beautiful
DRC
website.
Pro Shop.
Sorry, drcproshop.com.
We got to make them $1,000.
Yep. Put it in the comments.
Well, yeah.
Go do a
It's
little
okay.
shopping.
I'm not.
I thought we were Canadians were nice. Remember, everybody welcome. Everybody come on in. Maybe it's not that
the
nice.
people. Look. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I've learned between my two experiences in Canada now. The people in Canada, very nice, very, very nice. The people who organize and run Canada need to go away. Right? They need to be replaced. The road system, the road quality, the city design, like a lot of it. Just like I drove through a third of Canada.
Yep.
Most of that drive, bad, very bad. Way worse than the U.S. Like way worse. Like you guys don't know. Bad. Well, you guys know, but if you have never been to the U.S. or out of Ontario, which has the nicest roads I've driven on in Canada, minus the dirt highway, very nice.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I'm here to enlighten people. So
Well, here, we got an order for you. Nate Snyder, Nate the Great, little American. He's placing an order right now. So there we go.
I feel like that name sounds familiar.
He definitely orders from you. He has some DRC products on his table.
You know, I
fellow New
think
York American.
So I'm sorry
Ah.
about our border, buddy. You should have just mentioned my name. They will let you right over right away. Next time, just say, do you know Mayor Mark Frechette, Showtime? They'll say, you know what? Go ahead. Right? What do you got in the
I
box?
will-
You tell them none of your business. Get out of the way. I'm coming over. Right? That's how you got to act when you come into Canada. There's none ya. That's what I got on me. Move. Right?
Don't do that.
No.
I didn't even say I had product on me. I got pulled aside anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's weird. Every time when I got a lot of stuff shipped to my PO box and brought over when I had the store, and I would declare it. Like I say, like, look, I got the receipts. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to get in no trouble. And some of the people would say, yeah, no problem. Here, go ahead. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Other people.
It's who you get, right? You
Yeah.
get a tool that works there, buy the book guy. You had a buy the book guy, the first guy.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the problem.
well, that's okay.
Nader now comes over so much they just wave him through. He dies laughing. Don't even ask him. He rolls up. He gets the same guy almost every Saturday morning. Yeah, toy car racing. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But Nate
One
has the
must have
Nexus,
that
I believe.
pass.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. He
Yeah.
has the Nexus.
I don't know what that is, but it's pretty special.
You got kicked out of that line too.
The Nexus, I think it's just they make sure you're not like a legal person. You know what I mean? They just background check you and
You have to go. You have to. Yeah. You have to qualify for it. And
Yeah,
all that
you
jazz.
actually have to
Yeah.
go to the border,
Border.
do an interview,
Interview.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't want that.
He'll be there. He'll be there for 2 days.
Look, I have
He doesn't come out.
tried all my luck with that. I made it out and in and back out.
Thank God.
And that's all I got, man.
Just fly next time. It'll probably be a lot easier.
That's what I said. We'll pick him up in Buffalo.
Oh,
Maybe
fly right
if
to
I can
Toronto.
fly in the States.
Ship the other
Well,
stuff.
I don't know about it's the problem with Toronto International.
No, that place is a zoo. You fly into Buffalo, we come get you and pick you up and bring you over. That's all done.
I might do that. That might be feasible.
Yeah, but if he still has his product, we're still screwed.
No,
It'll be a lot less product
I'll drive.
because I have a lot
No
of race
problem.
stuff.
I'll drive.
Yeah.
I'll pick him up.
Oh, Mark. Oh.
Yeah, Mayor Mark is here.
Get
Get
out.
out of the way.
What? You asked me. You got one question. That's why we'll roll up. You got one question to ask. Let's go. Keep the line moving, buddy.
I'll come bail you guys out of prison.
Oh my.
Don't worry. Yeah, I got you guys.
Don't worry. Zach will be selling the smokes in the first hour, buddy. We'll run the jail.
Yeah. All right. I like it. Getting that bail money.
Okay, you know what? Let's get right to this one thing. What's the cool new stuff? You got something coming out, man. I know we're talking about all the other stuff, but what's something cool product you got? You always got some cool shit, man.
You have a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I can discuss right now.
Yeah.
And
What do you
maybe Max. Here, let me send this to you, Max. I'm sending it to Max or to Mark.
Yeah. Oh, don't send it to Mark. He'll find it next week.
They don't call me
Okay.
IT Mark for nothing. Ask Nader.
All right. So I have been working on some protectors for the last 18 months. And you guys saw them at the Nats. And a lot of people have saw them in the pits and whatnot. And I am doing a terrible job at computer work. So if you can go to maybe that third picture, Max. So that is kind of a cover photo, if you will. So we have battery side and charger side, all three charger side and the battery side connectors for our custom balanced charge leads. And these protectors, what they are is a piece of plastic that we have designed to fit. If you want to zoom in on that, you can go down or to another of the photos, all of the photos on there, minus the diagram of the sheathing is of the with the new leads and the protectors. So what these are is a plastic piece that we glue on to the lead instead of using heat shrink to reinforce these. So they are super durable. Like we could play tug of war with this thing and it's not going to break type thing. So very nice. That's our new standard feature on all of our fully protected charge leads. Now, for the more price conscious consumers, we do still offer our regular middle sheathing balance leads. And these are our 2S1s, of course. So if you go to the far right there on the map, that is just our regular balance charge lead. So you can still get some nice options,
Yep.
but it's just the middle sheathing. And you can still get those. I haven't updated the pictures again. I'm not very good at the IT stuff. But so those are some examples of our fully protected leads. And but the listing is just for the middle sheathing. And I'll update those as I go. It's kind of, I have as a one-man band, you have to split your time to do a million different things. So right now I'm splitting my time to make the orders that people have so graciously placed. Very thankfully so. Without you guys, I can't do this. I would not be here. I literally would not be. You would not have this nice fake background or any of this. I wouldn't have gone to Canada or anything. It's been a really amazing treat to be able to do this for a living. So my wife's been doing the graphic design for all of those. She made all the diagrams and the cover photos. She even touched up the sheathing diagram for us. But that's what's new that I can share publicly at DRC.
Okay.
So at DRC, right now I have 4 R&D projects going that are potential to come out in the future. One is guaranteed. The rest are in limbo. They're kind of, either existing products I'm looking to upgrade because I'm not happy with how the product's performing. They're new products, or they're variations on existing products that are completely different. Think like the heated lipo sleeve, like the previous version to this version, just take a lot of time to kind of develop and refine and get right, and then try to do our best.
Yeah, because you have a lot of stuff. Like
I have so
hundreds of SKUs for sure.
Yeah, so if I look at the product queue without variation, so if we just look at the physical SKUs, it's 383. Which is, being pretty generous on the product. If you multiply that by 3, that is the number of products that we have. So 3 being the number of charger side connectors. Of course, balance leads are our most popular product. Our second product is actually the heated lipo sleeve there.
Yeah.
So we have 2 versions at the moment. So this is the USB-A version. So the more rectangular USB. There we go. And so that'll be powered off of any USB-A port with the supplied adapter. And then we have the USB-C version, the more oval type connector, which most of the smartphone has. Of course, these will fit a stick or a shorty pack. The buttons are pressed on. The degrees are in Celsius, which is great for you guys, I think. The reason we went with Celsius is because it's only a 2-digit display, so you can have up to 2 digits, and Fahrenheit goes into 3 digits. So, but everyone understands numbers. So bigger number, hotter. Smaller number, cooler. It's kind of simple-ish that way. We don't have to guess on a color like the other one, and you don't have to provide a power cable there. It's attached, so you can't ever leave it at home, or it's not ever charging your phone or whatever else. So kind of it's nice in that manner.
Yeah, I think I have one of your OG. I'm gonna call it OG, but your OG lipo heater. It's the one with the color, the red, white, and blue. It's still working.
So that's
till
actually
today.
so that's version 1, 2, or excuse me, 2, 3, or 4. So version 2, we switched from red, green, blue to red, white, and blue.
Okay. So I have version
It's a
4.
whole bunch of nonsense that nobody really cares about, but I have rattling around in here.
Got you. Bill has a great question here, and it's actually something I thought about. We had a conversation. Is there such thing as performance degradation in charge leads over time? Basically, something that would warrant a reason to replace charge leads over time. From the charge
Would
lead
you like
expert
me to take
himself.
this one?
You're
I just plug my shit in and hit charge, so you're the man to answer.
Well, okay, so yeah, so there's several reasons to replace your charge leads over time. The first and foremost, and maybe not the reason to replace charge leads, but to replace the connectors on the charge leads. When the connectors turn silver, so the gold plating has worn off, and you get to the base plating or one of the base platings of the connector, it is time to replace your charge leads. So I'm looking at you, Mark, and you, Max. When's the last time you've cleaned your batteries?
What happened?
Yeah.
You mean
What?
put them in the
Never.
bathtub, or
Yeah,
When
put
I-
them in the bathtub.
When
No,
I throw over,
maybe the dishwasher.
when I throw over the fence by the shop, the recycling.
No, so you take so an easy way to the terminals on your batteries.
Is he talking to us, Max?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, it's okay.
I didn't know you clean these
No,
things.
you guys
Me neither.
are really knowledgeable racers, right? You
Sean
guys
tells
are
the wife's already saying
are
he's
doing
talking-
great, but
he's
you
talking
just
to you
don't know.
guys.
So I'm talking to everybody, but I'm taking you guys as an example. So if you take a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol, it doesn't have to be 99%, it could be just standard 70%.
Yeah.
You take a container, like an old pill bottle or whatever, you put some in there so it doesn't spill over. You can seal it in your bag, whatever have you. You dip the Q-tip in there and you put it in your battery, and you rub it around, and you pull it out and it's black.
Yeah.
That's what's taking the gold plating off of your connectors.
I don't see colors.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Very
That's why you're in the C main all the time.
So they do need to be cleaned.
Yeah,
I had
so
no
they don't
idea.
come clean from the factory, and every time you plug them in and out, they do degrade a little bit. And if you keep your batteries clean, they last years. Especially if you're using dirt, more debris, stuff gets in there. That debris increases the resistance. So not only does your battery resistance increase with use, being the cycle count, the resistance increases because your charge lead is degrading and the terminal inside the battery is degrading. So the gold plating is what makes the really good connection and low internal resistance. Tin, I believe, is the base coating, is not really a great conductor of electricity. So it's a lot higher resistance than gold.
Before I forget, is this a stupid question? Well, everyone I have is a stupid question, according to Max. But could that be, if the charge lead is messed up like that, could that mess up when someone says, hey, what's your IR on your packs? And instead of being at, 1.0, this guy's charged, he's at 6.2 on his IRs. And could that actually give a different IR number just because that lead?
Not that much.
Okay, and I'm just throwing out numbers. I didn't mean.
Well, let's put IR next as the next question.
Okay.
And I'll give you a semi deep dive into that on the short side, because that's a whole thing. So clean your batteries, clean your even your charger side ones. Make sure your charger's unplugged. Just
the male side,
charger. And the female side, and then battery, charger side, and the charge lead, because they're all just bullet connectors essentially. So pretty easy to clean with a Q-tip or similar. And then we're talking about. So the question was charge lead degradation over time. So yes, the charge lead wire itself does degrade over time. It's pretty negligible in comparison to the connectors, or the thing that allows you to read internal resistance is the balance wire. So like our 1S charge leads, our balance charge leads for 1S. 1S, I mean, there are 2 cells in there, but you're not balancing them. What that's allowing you to do is to get an accurate end voltage and to read the internal resistance. So, and so when that wire starts to get pulled on a lot,
Yep.
with like normal charge leads or charge leads that aren't our new extreme duty with the protectors, you can do whatever you want with, because you're not pulling on that wire anymore to unplug it. You're pulling on the plastic part. It's a whole assembly, so it's a lot sturdier. But you weaken that solder joint and that wire, and the wire generally doesn't break at the solder joint. It breaks right after the solder joint. So when you have a standard balance lead, pick any of them. It doesn't matter. They're all made approximately the same way. If you can pull that wire off, or you can start getting some balancing errors, a positive, negative, or the 2mm bullet, what has broken is the wire right after the solder joint. Whether that solder joint is 1/2 inch in the wire because you made the charge lead yourself and it was first time soldering, or professional charge lead you bought off the shelf, that's where it's going to break, as a general statement. Not all the time, but generally. I would say 95% for most. So if we're talking charge lead degradation over time, not really worried about the wire or the balance wire, or even really the charger side connectors. It's the battery side connectors and the balance wire that wear out that increase the internal resistance, and also can affect the accuracy of your end voltage charge.
So pro tip is to clean it quite often.
Yeah, I would say once a month.
Okay. And
Nothing
pro tip
crazy.
is not to pull the wire from, because I've seen some guys, especially kids, they pull the wire out of the battery.
Look how many brace goes through and stuff like that, and then also the cord don't work. And I can't figure out why the hell the cord don't work. It's still soldered, it looks fine, but also the cord goes for crap. So you're saying it's split somewhere, but you can't fix it. It's impossible, right? You don't even know.
Well, you could fix it. It's just soldering it back together. Generally speaking, it's just soldering it back together. So,
Okay.
So we do sell the protectors as a individual product as well, which not eliminates, but like almost eliminates this problem. Like if you pull on this plastic piece and you have assembled it correctly per the video supplied in the product, you can almost eliminate this problem.
Okay.
So, and if that's too much for you, you can buy one of our very nice charge leads. We have them ready to ship and custom, and we sell. So this is our builder's kit here, and then we also sell them by the piece. So the builder's kit is a full charge lead of, so if you have 5mm straight angled, 4mm straight angled, charger side, XT60, 4mm, XT90, whatever. We offer, we've got all the protectors for it. Now, we don't have all the protectors for all the different connectors yet. Like we don't have one for Deans or EC2, EC5, all that stuff. But those are down the road. They take, again, we spent 18 months developing these protectors, getting the design right, getting the functionality right, and it takes a lot of time and effort to do these. And then not only that, but then to make them and make sure they're manufactured correctly, and so that they're easy to assemble as well. So there's a lot that goes on to making a product so that Mark can put it on, or Max, or whoever, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Question about your custom charge leads, because I'm going to start browsing after the show. What's ETA looking like if someone wants to order, a couple custom leads?
That's a great question. Max, should you go to that first link I sent you?
Shit, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm not on it. I lost the link. I found the link.
I'm doing this as an example because this is a question I get a lot. And I went through as much effort as I possibly could to make this question not come up and to make sure that the customer was informed. And I
kick me off the show.
A bad job.
Get me out of here. I'm on it.
Now I see that maybe if you could scroll down a little bit. There's a banner in the way here, but if you could click, it'll eventually pop up when you scroll down. But if you could click that red banner, it's on a time thing.
This one?
No, the behind the Rose City banner on
Oh shit. Okay.
So
ordered. Gotcha.
yeah, so if you scroll down and wait a second, if
There it
you're
is, July
actually ordering
31st.
your charge lead, it comes up as such. But it's also available in the corner there if you don't have this graphic in your way.
Did you pay, or is Nate the great work for you?
You know what? If he wants to come work for free, I will gladly welcome him. At the moment he does not. But I'm glad that Nate. So Nate actually ordered. The reason I recognize his name is because I pulled his order today. Previously, his previous order.
Oh.
So yeah, but so I pay for that pop up in the tab that you guys see. To try and eliminate those questions. So right now in the summertime, we have our slowest lead time of the year being about 4 weeks. It's about 4 or 5 weeks. And during a business time of the year, can't get over 10 weeks. I try my best, but I only can make so many.
So what happens if Showtime orders tonight?
It depends which product he orders. Are you ordering the ready to ship or the custom ones?
Custom. We need custom.
Custom.
So I try to treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
That's what I do the best. I try to do the best at.
We're not all the same.
And so, look, I'm treating everybody the same. So if you order and it ships out 2 years from now, that's what it is.
So you're about 4 weeks out right now?
Yeah, about 4 weeks out right now.
Yeah.
July 31st is the.
Are your 2S leads wired so that you can charge 1S as well?
No. And let me explain why. So a 1S lead, a 1S lead is fundamentally wired differently than a 2S lead. The wiring position on the balance ports are different. You can't just do that. However, if you have a nice switch made to be able to do, accurately read the IR and the internal, and the end voltage of a product, then you could do that. I just so happen to have those made, and they're marked as 1S and 2S. They work with 3-pin as well as 7-pin connectors. And I'm just going to send it to Max because that's just what we're doing here. So we do have our 1S, 2S switch available both for our custom and ready to ship products. So if you want to use your 2S lead or your DRC 2S charge lead for your 1S lead, you can with our nice switch. So it's available for bullet styles, not for other styles. You can use a 3-pin or a 7-pin 6S style balance extension. With that 7-pin on what would be the charger side, the faceplate is clearly marked 1S or 2S, so you can see what you're charging. Yeah.
So maybe because what I used to, and tell me if this is correct or this affects the battery. I have my 2S charger plugged in, the balance port plugged in, and I want to go charge my 1S battery. What I normally do is just unplug the balance port, plug the battery in, change on the charger. Is that not proper for 1S? Does that affect it in any way? You know what I mean?
I do. I think you should ask Baz.
Okay.
I will tell you, but I think you should ask Baz as well. So I helped him at the race. So the problem is that when you do that, you don't have an accurate end voltage of your 1S pack. Right? When you go up to text, sometimes it's 417, sometimes it's 415, sometimes it's 419. 420 is max. Right? So especially in the world of 12 scale, fade is very prevalent. So the more juice you can get into that battery every time, the better you can perform. Sure. A pack that's charged to 419, 420, is going to perform better than a pack charged to 415. volts per cell, volts. Okay, 1S. So in that scenario, and most people, including a lot of oval people, do this as well. So this is kind of where this all started, and a transition into on-road because a lot of guys like yourself run 12 scale and touring car. And so it's really important to get that end voltage as high as you can before you go onto the track. You know, ideally 420, 419 to 420, you're not going to see a huge performance difference, assuming your battery is not terrible. If you have a bad battery, then it's going to be noticeable. But, you know, most people have decent batteries nowadays. So I would highly recommend at least using a switch to do that. That way you have an accurate end voltage. So when you could get any voltmeter, you could use you have an iCharger, I assume?
Yeah.
You could use your iCharger as a voltmeter. So when you plug in, you know, let's say your 1S battery using a 2S charge lead, you finished charging, okay? And you go do your thing, you sauce your tires, you do your thing, whatever, right before you leave to go onto the track. Plug it back into your charger. Read the voltage.
Okay.
Guaranteed it's not what you finished at.
It'll be lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Gotta pay attention to that. Thank you, Simon. Great minds think alike, baby.
I mean, it's a common thing. People just don't know. Like, it's not like it. You know, it's just ignorance, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no like. It doesn't matter. Like, there's so many things in RC to pay attention to, but you know, at the end of the day, Max, realistically, if you're going out there, you're driving backwards on the straightaway.
Wow.
Throwing it back there. You know, you're hitting the boards a lot. You know, you tap the board once in a race, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's more important to get that track time, spend those dollars on tires and bodies, and to pay your practice fees to go to practice than it is the end voltage. So, yeah, it's important, but unless you're fighting for that 10th and you're doing it well, like, you know, I would rather see the track, you know, again, the track, go get that money from the track, buy from your local hobby shop, support those tracks, because without those tracks, there's no you. And without no you, there's no me. So please support your local hobby shops.
Best answer we ever had. Ever. No, it is, buddy. That's definitely our problem in this hobby. Everyone thinks that there will be a local track, or they all think it, right? Then when it's gone, they all cry.
I mean, I don't know this for a fact about the Canadian hobby shops, but a lot of the American tracks and hobby shops, why the tracks are profitable or worthwhile is because of the hobby shop. So when the hobby shop starts making, let's say, $50,000 a year in profit.
Yeah.
And that's all that guy does. That's all that Mark Frechette does.
Yeah.
All that Zach Donathan does. That's not worth a year's worth of work for me.
No.
12 plus hour days, 6 plus hour, 6 plus days a week. Look, I really love this sport, and I'm in it for the sport. Some people are in it for the hobby. I think we're in it for the sport part of it, if I can say it like that. People play football and soccer and tennis and all that for the hobby, but there's also the sports side. I feel like, well, maybe Max is a little step back now that he sold MT, but most of us, especially in like kind of the you're really good at RC racing, we get into the sport of RC racing. And there's nothing wrong with the sport or the hobby, but they both exist in my opinion. I think it's really important that the even the sport guys, like whenever I go to, like when I went to the Canadian Nats, like I bought tires, I bought sauce, I bought, whatever I could buy. Or what, you guys had a sauce table, I guess.
But I know what you mean, right? You bought from Skycraft or whatever you're thinking of.
Yeah, I tried. I know Skycraft, and it's not a great example because it's kind of a setup event, but
yeah,
so
the thing I always complain about, and I probably say it on every show, is that the problem is that poor hobby shop trying to survive when it'd be like, say yourself, say DRC sponsors somebody, okay, just say you do, right? And the guy orders his 2 leads, and you send him 2 leads. The thing I get pissed off in this industry now after 35 years or 40 years of being in it is that if you sponsor that guy and he orders 25 leads, you know he's not using 25 leads. You know he's selling to everybody. Meanwhile, that local hobby shop who just bought some, this guy's selling it at the track for making $5 on it or whatever it is, or getting for his buddies. Now they're not buying from the hobby shop because this sponsored guy just bought 25 and selling them off. That's what upsets me about this hobby. And that's why I think a lot of hobby shops don't carry or worry about carrying anybody's product, because with all these sponsored guys around bringing in, or companies selling more, then they know the guy's not using that much stuff. And that's
a very
the
good point, Mark. I could I get on a soapbox for a minute?
but
The screen is
soapbox.
yours.
yeah.
So, all right. Let me tell you about my problem with sponsorship. Let me tell you how we do it differently, and let me tell you how I think a lot of people should approach sponsorship. Okay. As good or bad as I may be, I should not be a sponsored driver personally. Like, I could go to most of the races in the U.S. touring car wise, and make the show. I might not be first place. I'm definitely not gonna be first place. But I'll be in the show somewhere. I'm good enough to make the show, stock, mod. I'm okay enough of a driver to do that.
Okay.
I don't think I should be sponsored as a racer. I've been doing this for 26 years now. I've been racing RC cars. Okay. I don't think that sponsorship should be handed out as a customer, as a contract customer. I think sponsorship should mean something. So what we do here at DRC, and all the hobby shops listening, or people purchasing or whatever, currently we have 14 or 15 members on the DRC team.
Mhm.
All of those drivers are 100% drivers. Their orders are monitored by me. If, let's say, Mark, you're on the team, you order 5 charge leads, I'm reaching out to you.
Yeah. Why do you
Mark,
need that?
why do you need 5 2S charge leads?
Yeah.
And then you respond back with, well, I want 2 for myself, but
Yeah.
I want to give away these 3 to this race. And he sends me a flyer and does, all this stuff. And okay, great. Send me some pictures afterwards. So I audit and edit what's going on. Beyond that, all of the DRC drivers are 100%. They're on a $500 budget.
Yep.
So, Mark, you're on the team. You want 5 charge leads. It's $150 or whatever it is. That goes, so you got $350 left for the year. But you can use your budget for whatever you want. You want to use it for a charger, a power supply, giveaway product, like whatever. I don't care. A little bit, but
Yeah.
So that's how, if you're good enough to be a sponsored driver, you should not be a 10, 15, 25, 30, 50% driver. You should be good enough to be a really good sponsored driver. And I understand the industry standard is contract customer. And I understand that's how a lot of these companies have grown. And I'm not going to name any of them, but we can all imagine.
Yeah. You must say it's them all. It's everybody.
Almost everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took a stand. I don't care. I'll die on this hill.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I had the opportunity to do it. We don't take applications. You have to be invited onto the team. You have to use the product prior. You can't be a bad driver on or off the track. So you have to be a good person. You can't drive. You can't just take people out. I don't care if you are the A-Main Snowbirds winner. I don't care if you've won a world's title. If you drive bad, or if you're a turd off the track, go away. I don't want you. You can be fast wherever. Like, go be fast for another company that sells charge leads.
Yeah.
That's not what it should be. And like there's a lot of things that I've had to compromise as a business and as a person as I've grown to kind of put food on my table and to be
Well,
successful.
Well, I give you a lot of credit, my friend, because it would be a hell of a lot easier for you to just give everybody 20% off and sponsor everybody and their grandmother and fire stuff out the door and not even worry about a hobby. You probably end up making more money. I give you more credit for sticking to your guns that way. That a hobby shop comes first. There's only so many sponsored guys, you know what I mean? And keeping track of everybody, that's pretty cool, man.
Well, it's like it's industry first. It's not. I mean, not to belittle any hobby shop, but it's
Yeah.
industry first. Like, what's good for the industry? What can I do to help the industry? Can I go on a podcast to help people learn about battery stuff?
Mhm.
Can I go to this track and help people with their charge leads? Can I go to a track and help people with their driving? Can I go to a hobby shop and help them make more money to be successful? What can I do to support this very lovely hobby and sport that I
Yeah.
have put my life into so that somebody else can enjoy it down the line? What can I do to help? That's all it is. Like, what can I do to help? Like, so you guys had EA on last week or two weeks ago.
Yeah.
EA's done a lot of great things for this, his hobby slash sport, and I'll let him speak for himself. One of the things that EA has done, for better or for worse, is become the IFMAR president. And can we say EA is a better IFMAR president than the previous one? Probably. I don't know all the things that go on in FMAR, but I think we could all, probably. So I do the Ruhr Region 5 area, which is
Okay.
Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Illinois. So it's a pretty big area in terms of states. But I don't do that because I want to do it. I do it because nobody else was doing it, and I think that ROAR as a governing body is important to RC.
It is.
I think, do they do everything right? No. Do they get things wrong? Yes. Are they trying? Yes.
Mhm.
Clayton, I've known Clayton for over a decade now. Clayton came to my wedding. He was not a member of my party, but he
Yeah.
came on that behalf. I would consider Clayton a friend of mine. And Clayton said he was doing stuff at Roar, and after a while, I was talking to him. I was like, okay, well, what can I do to help? He was like, well, we really need a technical director, and I was like, ah. And I'm glad Tim Moore got it. Tim Moore is way more qualified than I would be, and he has way more time to dedicate to it, to do it right. But I kind of happened into the position of the Region 5 rep,
Okay.
which isn't a lot of work, but it's some work, coordinating that and making sure. So essentially, it's becoming an echelon of races. So you have to get to your nationals soonish. The idea is to race at your regionals. And so if your nationals are full, and like the on-road nationals are getting to be to the point where we're getting close to entry cap for Aurora. All the off-road ones are almost sold out or sold out.
Yeah.
So the guys who get priority are the guys who attended the regionals, as I understand, or the previous A-Main finalists / national champion winners. Same with the worlds. There's and I'm not going to name anybody, but I think we could find some people not attending the worlds this year that are kind of surprising, or not currently on the worlds list. From the U.S. that are really good 8-scale drivers. It's because they didn't treat Roar with respect and go to their races. So, like, you have to go to a Roar race to qualify for the worlds. Like, that's just how it is. And the guys who have attended a Roar race, and I think you have to make the A main or the B main, I can't remember, to qualify into the Worlds. Those guys are getting precedent over the guys that are paid to drive. And look, again, with all the Roar's downfalls, I do everything I can to help promote them, because there's been a lot of talk about different governing bodies and doing things differently and all that. And, I hear a lot of talk, and I hear a lot of complaining, and I don't hear any help, and I don't hear any solutions or constructive feedback. So, you don't like something that's going on in RC, step up.
No, they rather just all complain. It's easier that way.
I'm just, I'm a guy. I'm a business owner. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I got family myself. I do all the things. If I can find, an hour a week to dedicate to make our great sport better, I think you guys can too.
Perfect. Thanks, bro. No, it's true though.
Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox now. Man.
That's fine, bro.
No, you nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
Everything you said makes sense. So.
I will be right back. I need to use the restroom.
That wall moved, Max.
I know.
That brick wall moved, man.
I will be able to hear you. I'm just muting myself.
I'll take you off so you can still hear us, but we can't hear you piss.
Yeah.
No, he nailed it on the head there. It's true. It's interesting. Everyone, has their things that they don't agree with in RC or whatever, which is true. But you got to come up with solutions.
But it's always been like that, Max, even from so many years ago, right? It doesn't matter. You're supposed to. You need Roar. You need a governing body. You need that stuff. But everyone's going to bitch about it and this and that. But you need it. Yep. You need the rule. It's just be mad chaos. Yes, you might not like the rule that they changed the rule on a motor, or this class has gone to this motor or whatever. But it's done for a reason. It must be right. Must see where it's going, what direction, or whatever you call it. Yeah,
we need the governing body. Every racing has it. We need one. It's simple, and they're doing a great job changing their rules to align.
Well, it's like our sports. It's like our sports we watch, or even Bryson, then the boys playing hockey and all that. You hate the refs. You hate the refs when they step on the ice. They already get booed. They haven't done that yet, right? But you need refs, just like you need a Roar.
Yeah, 100%. Roar's done a great job, and they continue to do a great job with Clayton as president. We actually have Clayton's coming on the show in July, I believe, so the Roar president. So it'd be great to ask him these questions. But yeah, we need it. It's very.
And I'll say it again, like I say every podcast, I really think every stinking track, no matter what it is, permanent, the tear down setup, everybody has to be a Roar member. What is it, $40 a year or whatever? Everybody. Yeah. That track, that whatever, should have to be a Roar member. This way, everyone has a say. You have a vote. You have whatever you call it. But it's just, I think they all miss on getting something. Well, what do I get for my $40, right? Well, like you said, there's nobody to actually make a website or to have like region updates and all that jazz. Like I told you years ago with the magazines we had. But if there was a website that had all that stuff, so he's the Roar rep for that region. So imagine once a month he puts up a little post on what's going on in that region. Maybe that's what it takes to get everybody to be a Roar member. Yeah. But I can't wait.
I think the main problem is that we gave it away for free for so long before.
Yes, and you might have heard me say that, but that's what I had to say every podcast. I think every track, no matter what they are, permanent, tear down setups and all that, everybody should have to be a Roar member, right?
But we all use the rules.
Yes, and that's why it should be $40 or whatever the cost is a year. You get a little card, or I don't know what you get, but show that you're a member. That's it. And everybody plays by the rules.
We try to.
Yeah, and it'd be cool to see the big races bring Roar in.
Yeah, like our race.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like we have these big races. I feel like the governing body somehow should be involved.
Max, the one I just don't understand now is that I see different areas. I know they're trying stuff or whatever. Maybe Drew's right, and the other one is just race. But I mean, all of a sudden, a class in this area runs this motor, and then a class in this area runs this motor in this class only, and this one and that one. I don't understand when there is a Roar rule, but they decide to try some. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, you can use like 99 out of 100 of the rules. You're still using 99 of them.
Yeah.
just chose to go to a 17.5 or a 17.5 locks back or whatever, versus a 21.5 or 25.5, or like the unless you're hosting a regional or a national, like the rules are kind of like guidelines for what
Yeah.
you're trying to do. So if you want to do a 17.5 lock timing, otherwise rural rules class at Rose City, okay, cool, do it. That's great. And then you can expect to maybe not be as competitive if you go to 25.5 open at a rural regional or rural, a national event in touring car, just as an example. But we're not racing 12 scale mod against 8 scale truggy. We all have about the same tire. We all have about the same motor. We all have a Blinky ESC for racing spec. We all have, a specific motor. We don't have a motor for each wheel. We all have kind of a similar body. We'll have a similar chassis for each class.
Yeah.
And that's what Toura's done. And even if you create, the mayor of Mark Mayer's governing body, it's like you're still gonna base those rules off of rural rules.
Yeah.
The argument is still so you just traded one evil for another. You
Yep.
got to create all this stuff to destroy another thing, and
That's right.
So Gary asked about reducing the member cost. So if we break,
I don't know what it is anymore. What'd you guys pay Max last time?
I think
$40.
$45
or 45, yeah.
So it's $375 a month. Or we have a ticket pay-as-you-go program also. But so it's not it's $375 a month. Everyone's got Netflix, everyone's got Hulu or Disney or cable or whatever. Or you've gone to the track one time and bought tires. If 40 or 40, I can't remember now. But if that is deterring you from being a Royal member, any form of racing, I don't even think I could buy a set of touring car tires for less than $40 US right now.
Except that the Canadian.
Canadian Nats can.
You got
next year.
Get it American money.
Yeah.
You got to sell it free.
But Gary's right, because Gary's saying it's $40 now. But I mean, how many people are Royal members in all North America?
No,
not a lot.
Many. So
yeah,
a lot of that is the stigma and the terribleness that came before Clayton, and kind of his. And I say that, and it sounds kind of like a dictatorship. It's not a dictatorship, because a lot more stuff would be getting done if it was a dictatorship. For the good or the worse. But it's a board. It's a group of people deciding on what they think should be for RC in North America. And people don't agree with that, and that's fine. Everyone has their opinion, and there's some wrong answers, but voicing your opinion constructively is perfectly great. Gary, I would love to reduce the membership cost. But at the end of the day, some of the membership cost goes towards when you have a motor approval or battery approval, we have to pay somebody to inspect that product, to make sure that it's legitimate, to make sure that the insurance bodies that we pay are going to approve a claim if something were to happen. So we have to do the background check, and we have to do the legwork, and we have to make sure that things are done appropriately. Then we have to document that, then we have to upload it, and then we have to maintain that website. And I don't know if you've ever purchased any website stuff, but once you start getting any traffic to your website, it all gets expensive. Hosting and domain purchasing or renewing. As soon as you start getting traffic to your website, it all gets super expensive. Could we, if we get enough members, could we lower the price to $30, or could we do more things for $40? Yes, we could. We certainly could, and I would love to be at that point. But right now, we're not there.
But
So
40 bucks is not bad for the year. Christ, where can you go for $40 for a year?
well, if you look at like, I mean, let's go to, I think it's the AMA for motocross.
Yeah.
Let's look at how much that is.
I went to go buy a new sprinkler head for my front lawn. It was $55. I couldn't believe the sprinkler, $55.
So AMA to join for 1 year, $49 annually.
There you go.
So what do you get for that? You get 12 issues of American Motorcyclist. You get to participate in a sanctioned event. You get access to motorcycle clubs and some discounts on gears, parts, etc. So minus the magazine, you get the same thing with Roar. We do the same stuff. We have coupons in the that we work with for a variety of vendors, and unfortunate, like whatever. It's the vendors that can afford it. Amen. Participate in that kind of thing. I really, Amen's done a lot of great things, and I don't mean to villainize them, because I think Amen has made it accessible to a lot of people, just like Amazon has, that maybe have not otherwise been able to participate in RC, whether that's because their area doesn't have a local hobby shop, or they are ignorant of the hobby shop, they don't know it exists, or that their local hobby shop is expensive in comparison to the rest of the market, which also happens. I travel a lot around the US and I see pricing, and I can see that the industry pricing is, we'll say $35, and the hobby shop selling it for $45. Okay, well that's their choice, and they have a demand and a part and anything. But I might, if I break it, I might buy 2 off a main or whatever, so I don't have to pay an extra $10 for the part. But I get it. So not to villainize them or a main or the big box RC shops, but again, a main only has so many tracks. So like, if you give them all your money, I'm guilty of ordering stuff off a main. This is kind of what's available. Who has the products that I want when I want them? And if my local hobby shop doesn't, if Digital RC does not have them, then I might, go looking on the internet. And sometimes it's another local hobby shop. Sometimes nobody else has it.
Zach, we were just talking about that the other day, me and Max. Same type thing. I know it's the summer, so around here, right? I don't know as your area, but on road takes, right, a big dump type thing. But like Max was just saying, it's pretty sad now when you try to get anything and no one has anything in stock or a back order, and that's across. He searched for a motor. I think it was a motor Max was looking for or something. Couldn't find a 21.5 motor anywhere, any brand. Didn't even matter after a while. Nobody, out of stock everywhere.
In Canada.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Though you think there would
Canada.
still be, you still think there'd be somebody would have some.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I'll say the
kind of
same thing.
surprised.
Well, it's the summer. I don't want to carry anything. Well, it's bad. You got to at least have something. What if somebody actually there's a miracle and there is somebody new in this hobby and wants to buy a 21.5 motor.
Well, yeah. So I think, there's a lot of really great hobby shops out there. And there's a lot of badly managed hobby shops out there. And especially like, I'll take Dollar Hobbies as an example, because I kind of know them a little bit and they're public about how their operation is ran. So Dollar Hobbies is a fairly large hobby shop in North America. It's ran out of Minnesota. Very large seller in Amazon. Also have a retail website. And the owner is not the person who does the purchasing for the hobby shop. So the person who purchases for the hobby shop, his name is Jeff Chabon. I've known him for a pretty long time now. And so he has, we'll say like up to $2,000 or $3,000. I don't remember the exact number, But up to that point, he can purchase kind of whatever he wants, and it's as long as it sells within a reasonable time, it's okay. But anything over that amount, he has to get okay from the owner. So a lot of hobby shops aren't ran that way, but and they have the capital to do so. A lot of the hobby shops are ran that they have to have the owner say yes to this shipment, and maybe the owner is not an RC car person, they're a model person, or they're a train person, or they're an airplane person. They don't really know about surface racing, and they don't really care about it, so they're not gonna stock that stuff. And so it's just different hobby shops and different things. And at the end of the day, if you have a track and you have a local hobby shop that has anything you want, just go. I know it's slightly inconvenient, but you're on your way to the grocery store, on your way back, whatever, stop in, say hi, even just shoot the shit. Go say hi to them.
100%. Talking about products in DRC, is there any product that you're surprised that sold the most in terms of popularity? I remember with my store, there was stuff I brought in, just to fill the shelf or whatever, to have it just in case, and it would sell right away. Do you have that product at your store?
The discharge boxes. So it's everyone's familiar with the discharge bank. So we kind of reinvented the idea, if you will, and put a 3D printed housing over a discharge bank. So we had to redesign it so they didn't melt the plastic. But those sell pretty good. The Toolkit M8D charger, something I didn't have to do much for. Those sell pretty good. Surprisingly so. I mean, if you would ask me 10 years ago, I would have said the heated lipo sleeve or safe at that time. But now it's kind of, when you go to enough events and you hear enough people ask for something and it sells, you're not that surprised about it.
We got a good question here from Pass Racing. We run one Roar event per year on average. We renew gladly every year. Don't always agree with everything, but who agrees with all the laws? Bingo. I don't agree with the tariffs. I still got to pay them. Pissed me off.
It's, Logan and Scott, I believe, of Pass Racing.
From Tennessee?
Their first name is correct. Yeah, Tennessee.
Oh. What's up, boys? I didn't know that was them. We've had a couple comments.
No,
I wish people had to put their name.
I don't know
their name / Pass
name out
Racing.
there. So,
It's them. We figured it out because a couple shows have been commenting. What's up, Logan? What's up, boys? How's it going?
Yeah.
Met those guys on Apex. Great
no,
guys.
it's their last name isn't Boyce.
Something with a P, I think.
It does start with a P.
Okay. We'll keep it at that. We'll keep their identity hidden.
I'll tell you guys off air. I don't know if they want to be known as that. I'm not, But they've been a long-time supporter of DRC. A lot of the on-road community already kind of knows us about DRC, and some of them don't. And so I just, and I like hanging out with you guys at the track, so I thought I'd come on and hang out with you guys here.
I got, well, thank you. We love hanging out with you too.
Yeah.
I got 2 more questions here before we send you back to take care of your kid. First one, what's one thing every racer should improve on that they often overlook? From a racing perspective, business owner perspective?
Track time. Make laps. Go make laps. I mean, I could tell you, go buy a heated lipo sleeve. I could tell you, you get quality charge sleeves. I could tell you a bunch of stuff.
You need new charge leads.
Yeah, you need custom too.
Custom, weekly.
Yeah.
Right? But no, that's awesome, right? You practice more. Practice.
Realistically, if you want to, the easiest speed to buy. Another body, another set of tires. Go run some laps. You know, yeah, I feel like there's a couple things everybody needs in their pits, right? So you need at least a good charge lead. It doesn't have to be a DRC charge lead. There's other companies that make good charge leads, right? But you need a good charge lead. You need a quality lipo safety bag. If you don't know what a quality lipo safety bag is, when you take it out of the package or you're using it, you should be able to like wrinkle it up like a wet rag, and it shouldn't like stay that way, or it shouldn't be all hard to use. And that's in terms of materials, not materials used in building it, and probably a quality charger. And I know this is kind of battery centric, but like safety, Max charging his batteries at 415 instead of 420, leaving it out on the track, or excuse me, on the bench instead of out on the track. Those kinds of things. And it doesn't have to be an iCharger. You could get a high-tech charger or a Sky RC, a Hoda, ISDT, toolkit. I'm sure there's some other good charger brands out there, but like some unnamed brand charger that has some calibration features that you can adjust the end voltage on to make it work. There's a variety of, again, it can be very subjective depending on what you want to use, AC, DC, your application, maybe you're charging 10S batteries, maybe you're using 8 scale, there's a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, be safe, get the most out of your batteries, and yeah.
Beautiful. Found their last name. What's going on, boys?
Yeah, it's Scott and Logan Pilcher. Logan being the son, Scott being the father.
Yeah, Logan ran me down in VTA there at the Huddy Indoor Champs. Fast guy. We use Roar for insurance, probably one of the few. They're the best deal on insurance. Sounds good, Gary. Gary, what track are you from in Canada? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I think it's like $175 a year for tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. What about using a metal ammo box to charge and store batteries in?
So that's fine. I don't know how you're charging in that because you have to modify the box. It's really not so when you're using a large container to hold batteries, it's not the one battery that becomes the problem, because generally people put multiple batteries in there. So you have, just like a pack of firecrackers, you generally don't light one off. You light the whole 20, 50, 150 bundle off. Same thing with lipo batteries. If you happen to have a lipo fire and you have 5 lipos in that lipo or that ammo can, now you have something that's not going to be contained. So lipo fires are smothered by oxygen-free environments, which lipo bags do not provide. Lipo bags provide a safe place for them to kind of burn out, or for you to get them to a safe place to burn out. And I can go into that, but it's kind of a it's a whole thing too. Everything's a whole thing because I'm tired of crappy products and I wanted to learn how to make not crappy products.
Perfection. Sarkar. Have you heard of that one, Mark?
No.
Gary, send me a DM about your track details. Love to check it out.
Is that the Calgary guys?
I'm not sure. Gary, send me a DM of
I'm sorry, I don't.
Facebook.
I thought that could be the Calgary, Edmonton guys.
I would love to build. I'm going to build out a track dictionary. I don't know what you want to call it. I think there's one out there, or I forget who has it, but because there's so many tracks that we never hear of.
Yes, you can't. You got to do a candidate. Well, you add it to your projects, Max. I still like your other one about a top 20 and on road.
We made that already.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
every
Aurora
class.
has that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Saskatoon. There he is.
Saskatoon. Didn't even know you had a track out there.
Zach drew right through that.
I did. I didn't know it was there. Here, Max, I'm sending you the link to their Facebook page.
Okay, beauty.
What's your other question, buddy?
Last question before we go. We asked a lot of guys this one, and a lot of guys have been traveling a lot. You have a dream race Where's one place you'd love to go and rip your mod touring car backwards down the straightaway?
Definitely China to that track, the new track they just built.
Okay.
The one that was going to have the worlds. That one.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. It's a lot of European and like Asian tracks. Like you have like Appledorn, like all of ETS. I would love to do all of ETS.
Yeah.
It's Battery Max. Which one I forget all the time? The big banked one with the course, the German one. The one, the asphalt track.
Anchor. I don't know how to say it. Anchor Nash? No, they're not. It's not on the ETS schedule this year. I remember that.
It's not.
No.
Oh, that track looks amazing. One time to drive up that big banking.
But Simon was at that track this past weekend. Simon Lauder.
Let's talk about how amazing that guy is doing. Because he went from dominating stock to competing in mob in the back of the A main to fighting for podiums in the same year. Super phenomenal drive. I can't wait to see what happens next year with him.
Simon will. We're getting him on the show. We're talking to Simon Lauder. He will be a mod world champion in the next 3 easily.
I could see that. He's so good. He's so good.
This is the one you're talking about, right, Mark?
Ooh.
That
I like
is
the elevation.
amazing.
Yeah.
Elevation is the coolest thing I've ever seen that track, man.
Luxembourg. That's this
That's
one.
it. Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And that's not on ETS this year?
No, they're not. Because it said right here, this club will not host ETS, but the Euros instead. That's why I knew.
The Euros. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Oh, maybe, yeah. See, that would be really cool. I think, like, realistically doing what, like, Camp and EA are doing with going over to ETS and to the European races would be so cool. Yeah. Man, I done the Worlds, and it wasn't at, like, a Bakerfield was really nice. And David, the track owner, super nice dude. It was fine. I don't mean anything disparaging by that, but like, I think there are cooler tracks out there that I would like to go to. And there are cool tracks in the US that I want to go to that I haven't gone to yet. And it's just kind of, and there's cool tracks I've never heard of that just kind of like pop out of the woodwork in some dude's backyard because they thought it was cool.
That was that one. Where was that asphalt track that was in? Was that in Oregon?
Illinois?
No, the one that they do it once a year. It was way out west. It was in the guy's backyard. They only did one race a year in memory of somebody. Pittman and them went.
I know what track you're talking
Amazing
about.
asphalt track in the back.
But it was gas.
Backyard. They did both though. They did electric.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, but it was big enough for 10 scale gas, anyways. But that was unbelievable what that guy had in his backyard.
Yeah.
Look, if it's big enough for 8 scale, 10 scale, there's no problem running on it. So like the local asphalt track that I run at is Queen City.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty big track. It's like 220 by 100 or 120 feet. Like I run this year I'm trying a 5.0, but last year I ran a 4.5 with 40 boost and 45 turbo.
Holy shit.
I'm topping out in the back, dude. Like, and you know, I don't go backwards on that track, but
I would hope not.
Let me tell you, when you hit that outside wall, there's
not much left.
Yeah,
not much left.
It's a problem.
That's when you'll take one of my 10 kits.
Yes, please. But yeah, no, I think I would say the thing I most appreciate about the Canadian racers is their willingness to learn. Like when I went up to the Canadian Nats, or when you guys come down to the Champs, is the race I kind of know you guys from. Just like your willingness to go, like, try something, even if it's not like you're like, I've tried this 10 times at my track, and I know it does X, Y, Z, but we're not at your track, and we're not maybe not using the same tires anymore, and it's a different day, and there's a funk in the air, so you go try it and it works, or just even something you never thought of before, and you go try it. Just your willingness to learn is really cool, and I like it.
Yeah. Someone always knows something more than you, right? So we always say at our track, you don't know everything, and you certainly know nothing.
Not the truth.
Yeah. Well, Zach, thank you very much, my friend, for coming on. It's been a pleasure. It's been again, we say it with every guest, the show for us flies by. I have so many more questions. But thank you, Evan, for taking the time out of us. Thank you for explaining DRC and what you guys do and all the little speed tips you give us and little insight to your racing life and racing career, man. It's been an honor to have you on.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. This was really fun. I liked it. It's just like, man, I could have this conversation all day long. Like it's so fun to do these. And I really appreciate you guys. And
Thanks for
Max,
coming on,
send me a picture of your batteries with those dirty cooch tips.
Max, I'll bring the alcohol from the shop. I'll bring it to the track. We'll check all the batteries.
Oh, it's not the alcohol that's in the fridge?
Not that alcohol.
Oh, shit. That's
Could
not
use that one.
the other alcohol. The other
It's a
alcohol
clear
to take off the wraps off the cars. That alcohol.
My batteries are always brand new, Zach. Every 2 months, I'm getting fresh packs.
Oh.
Yeah, well, for
Those don't have a
that
chance
must
to
be
get dirty.
nice, but do you?
You got to get the
do
dust
you think
out
the
of
factory
Max's.
cleans them?
You got to get the dust out of Max's batteries.
We got to get the dust out of something for Max.
Oh, and that's what we'll end it there.
There we go.
Yeah,
Shots
Zach
fired. Love it.
banned. But no, thank you very much, Zach. It's been a pleasure, bro. Everyone go check out DRC, as we said. Thank you so much for coming on, bro.
Everybody buy
Thank you
some.
very much for having me. Thank you,
No problem.
guys. Bye.
Have a great night.
Have a good evening, Zach.
Thank you, man.
Another great episode there.
Thank you, Mad Max.
No, thank you, Mark. It's been a pleasure. It's been, again, another fast evening, $1:42 already.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Thank you,
late.
everyone, for tuning in. It's okay. We'll punish you later. But
Thanks,
thank you all
buddy.
for the comments, likes, and next week we got Josh Shiro coming up, so that's a huge one. And we got a schedule full that we'll be posting our schedule tomorrow for the next couple of months. We're already into deep August with who's coming on the show.
All
Huge
right,
thank you to DRC, Digital Art, Detail, DB Racing, Rose City Speedway, Power Chief for coming on. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great night.
No, remember, finish off with the last one, Max. We'll start that. Support your local hobby shop and
Support your local house
track.
shop, support your Worcester Trade Track. And as Drew said, that clip went on, just shut up and race. Let's have a great time
Come on,
and
race.
enjoy.
Awesome, bro.
Thank you, boys, for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Have
Thank
a good
you,
night,
guys.
everyone. See you guys next week.
See you, Maxie. Thanks.
See you,
buddy.
man. Have a good one, bro.